Alright, HadesOmega here. It's another day working on the Galant VR4. So last time I had just finished pulling everything out of the head and prepping the engine, the block, for to put the head back on. Let's go take a look at that. It was raining quite a bit. Pause this. Yeah, it was raining quite hard yesterday, so that can't be good. So let's take a look at the block. See how I left it. Put a little jacket on top here. Everything looks good. Cylinders. I coated the cylinders with the WD-40. So there's that little gash thing. I don't like that. I'm probably gonna have to run the I'll probably run the the resurfacing disc over the head of the block one more time before I throw the head gasket on it. And then I'm gonna actually I have to also another thing I have to do is chase the threads on the block. I don't think it's a big deal, but yeah, we'll just chase the threads and blow out the dust and stuff. So yeah, but today I'm not planning to do any work on the block. I've got to get these this head out of the car. This head out of the car, clean it up a little. It's a little dirty. There's some, I guess they said it's been sitting around for like 5 years after they did it, redone it. And then probably start putting the stuff on it, like the cam gears. And I think I'm gonna put the intake manifold on, but I'm gonna hold off on the exhaust manifold. I'm gonna make sure all these all the surfaces are nice and clean. So I think I'm gonna start with the intake manifold today, since I'm gonna be popping that on there. I just gotta get rid of these gaskets here, and I gotta go over my gaskets. Plus I have to stud the head. That's another thing I have to do. So on the last video I took the studs out of the head, my old head, and I had to put them on my new head. So how annoying, right? Oh yeah, and okay, I forgot to bring some anti-seize. There's like a special anti-seize compound that for like really high heat stuff that the aluminum stuff doesn't do. So I'm gonna try to smoothen today. I'm gonna try to smoothen this O2 housing off. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. I'm not even gonna bother to port the turbo. I'm just gonna gasket match it, and because you're flowing from a smaller hole to a bigger hole, so it's not really gonna affect anything. It's not gonna be turbulent. That's what it is. Do that. Maybe I'll clean this guy off. This is the second gen manifold. These are supposed. So from what I'd read is the difference between the one I did go over the differences before, just the obvious ones, but that these are the manufacturing of these were much better than the 1G manifolds, and you can definitely tell from just looking at it. They said you have to grind something, probably something up here, because it interferes with something, or maybe this thing, because the other one doesn't have that. Yeah, it doesn't, so that might be what we have to grind. I'm not sure, but I don't want to grind that too much, because you definitely want as much meat as you can on that, so it doesn't crack. This are definitely not going back on. Old heat shield. I have to clean this. I brought some paint with me. I'm going to paint this black, so it doesn't thing anymore. I got a bunch of engine paint here. I got some let's see, Rust-Oleum engine now. Yeah, I just collect a lot of freaking engine paint, and I gotta use it. Some undercoating. I probably won't use that till like later for the car. I think we could use some 500-degree engine in now. I think this might be gloss black or something. So yeah, got lots of paint. I gotta use it, right? Old paint. Keep it from corroding again, right? Probably I have. Where is it hiding? Where is it hiding? Hold on. Aha, here it is. So I have some copper gasket spray here. This stuff is pretty cool. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on the gaskets. It's a little goopy, and if you ever take the engine apart again, it makes kind of a mess, and you have to clean it off. But I might just put the gaskets on dry. Hey, that's the way they came from the factory, right? Anyway, so the good stuff about this is when you do put them on gaskets, it kind of, it takes away, it fills in like imperfections and stuff better, and it's supposed to like help with heat transfer, and it does say there, it improves heat transfer. And another cool trick I learned with this is, so it sprays on copper. I like to spray exhaust manifolds with it because exhaust manifolds like to look like to get rusty like this. So one way to make them look nice, it doesn't last for a super long time, and plus I'm gonna have the heat shield over it. But it when you spray this on it, it'll start burning. Lots of smoke will come out, and it'll kind of stink for a little while. But then when it after it's done baking for a while, it turns out like a gunmetal color, a nice gunmetal color. Like these come when they're stock, when they're clean. But this one is actually not that bad. It's just been kind of sitting outside for a while. I'll just have to run the resurfacing discs on the flanges. Maybe I'll run a wire brush over everything, get rid of all this mold and stuff from sitting around. And then before I install it, I'll probably shoot it with this. Yeah, but I'm not going to install this first. I think I'm going to forego installing this on the head, and we're just going to install it with the intake manifold on there. And hopefully, I mean the manifold is pretty light, so hopefully without the exhaust manifold it'll be lighter, so I can pick that bad boy up by myself and just throw it on top of the studs. Hopefully it'll do the trick. The studs, it's easy to work with studs. It guides the head in, so not bad. Yeah, so that's the plan for today. I plan to just work in the garage. It's supposed to be raining today. It rained quite a bit yesterday, and I imagine it may start raining again tonight. It doesn't look like it, right? But this is what it looked like yesterday, and last night was like a storm, pretty much. Oh yeah, also I went to good old Winchester Auto. So Winchester Auto in was in Campbell, or there's one near here in San Jose. Was the only place I could find that sold heater hose in 3/8. Look at that, by Gates, the good stuff. It's what all the gaskets and stuff I got, timing components, and oh my God, these ones are like $12 for just that, right? And I bought two of them because I know I think there's another hose that's similar to this. I better change them now, right, before they crap out on you late somewhere along the line. What's this? What does that say? Goodyear on it. Oh, this is a fuel hose though. Yeah, I just had that lying around, but yeah, I need to replace this one. It's not in horrible shape, but you can see the clamps have done a number on it. So I might as well just change it. And these are cheap. These are like $1.50 a foot or something. So, and it's heater hose. Like I couldn't believe it, man. Pep Boys didn't have it. I went to Pep Boys and AutoZone. You know, my two go-to places when I'm on a budget, and they didn't have it. And then I got this lower radiator hose. It's a Gates hose. Good old Gates, man. Gates doing good nowadays. Usually I used to be a Goodyear dude. I guess I'm more of a Gates guy now. Gates makes good stuff. So yeah, this is a lower hose. I didn't really have to replace the lower. The lower looked fine. The upper looked a little swelling, so I'm going to change that too. But they didn't have it in stock, so I'm going to have them order that. But yeah, I'm starting to get parts together. Good times, good times. And then, oh, here's some cool stuff I got. So I didn't order this, but I got this on DSM Tuners. It's an unorthodox racing pulley. Oh yeah, we can compare this to the stock pulley. But and I used to have a small 16G on that Eclipse right there, and this is the how you say wastegate. This is the wastegate for it, and it looks in better shape than the one that's on there right now on the 14B. So the small 16G I had didn't come with it. Oh ho! There's the Mitsubishi logo. Some genuine Mitsubishi products, right? let's go take a look at the harmonic dampener. So my first task of the day is to scrape this gasket off of this manifold. Oh, look at that, so easy. I have to be very careful because this is made out of aluminum. It's very easy to scratch. It's because it's very soft. So I mean, the more easier I can get this off, the less I have to scrape off later. And some of it's already starting to stick. So great, right? It's okay. Just try to get as much of the big stuff off as I can. Yeah, it's not working out quite the way I want it, but I can just peel it off, I suppose. And now I'll have to use the razor blade to oh, there you go. Pretty cool. So I just have to keep on doing that for the rest of it. I will probably I don't know, really have any engine cleaner. I'm gonna get some wet wipes and just wipe this dirt down because I don't want it to be dirty. That's it. So that's it for now. HadesOmega out. Working on this manifold for about 15 minutes now. Yeah, so the first part of the gasket the ends came off pretty nicely, but after that it was pretty hard to get off, as you can see. I had to like just rip pieces of it off. This is why I don't like paper gaskets. They're not easy to they don't come off very easily. Also, they put some RTV here. And that's the reason I don't like using RTV is it makes a big mess when you're taking it out, you know. I'm sure the mechanics didn't give a crap about it when they took it out. I mean, I suppose it makes a better seal. Suppose. But they put it around the EGR, and I now have to get it out. So annoying, makes it harder. The little gasket scraper doesn't do it too well. So I mean, it looks good. I have to clean out all this oil. I think I'm gonna get some carb cleaner. In fact, I might get some carb cleaner and just start soaking that stuff in there right now so I can wipe it out as much as I can. That's actually not too bad. The EGR also doesn't look too bad too. It's not plugged or anything, though the port is quite large. Yeah, actually, there's the EGR. Yeah, I think I might I'm gonna take the EGR out and clean it. At least clean the ports. You know, it should be fine, but I'm already here, might as well do it, right? And it's pretty buried back here. When this is back in the engine bay, it's hard to get to. So I'm already here. I'm gonna do it. I think the previous owner had already changed the gaskets on for the throttle body, so I'm not gonna touch that. They look fine to me. This actually has a second gen Eclipse throttle body on it, and throttle body elbow. Throttle body elbow. So pretty cool. It's an upgrade for the 1G. The 1G it's kind of a dorky looking thing. Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna get some carb cleaner and start spraying these ports, and I'm probably gonna take the EGR out and clean it and just put it back on. So it's a lot of intake manifold work, and I just gotta scrape the rest of these little portions out, and then maybe I'll clean the face with some alcohol or carb cleaner or something. So there we go. HadesOmega out. So here's why you don't mix exhaust gases in the intake with the fuel and everything. It's fucking disgusting. I absolutely hate the EGR. Who got the bright idea to dump exhaust into the intake, you know, where fuel, it mixes with fuel and it turns into this shit, you know. It's freaking disgusting. Look at that. I'm literally, watch this. I can scoop it out with my finger. That's how nasty it is. Oh, whoa, look at that. See? Look at that. Oh, disgusting, man. Disgusting. Ah, I don't know who got the bright idea to do that. You know, it's. I mean, yeah, okay, I know it keeps the exhaust temps down, and you know, it helps prevent NOx and all that, but I think it's a stupid idea, and it fucking It makes the engine dirty, you know. And it mixes with the fuel, and it becomes this kind of stuff. So it's not carbony like this. I noticed over here, these two right here have more of this black carbon goop than the ones on these sides, because they're farther away from the EGR. So there you go. That's what I mean. It makes a big difference. I absolutely hate this. I think pretty much only in California we have this, maybe a couple other states, but some cars didn't come with EGRs, you know. It's totally, I hate it. It's not a good idea. This is what it does to the engine. HadesOmega out. Okay, there it is. I cleaned up the ports as good as I can, man. Look at all that crap that came out of it. I almost be able to pick up like an extra 1 or 2 horsepower, so I get better flow out of this manifold now. Yeah, so it's pretty bad shape. I don't know how many miles. This must have been in here for quite some time. This really good. This is probably what your typical 100,000 mile intake manifold looks like. Disgusting, but it's definitely much cleaner than when we started. Much cleaner. And all I did was like spray it with this carb cleaner. Well, first I took my finger and I just scraped all of this stuff out right here, and all of that. I went through a couple pairs of gloves. Highly suggest you wear gloves if you do this. And I just got out as much as I could. I know there's probably some hiding way back there, but there's no way I can get it, you know. It's just gonna be there forever, you know. So it's pretty good. I might shoot it with some more carb cleaner to get some of the other stuff out, and I'm gonna hit it with the air hose dealy and get all the crap that kind of fell back in there out of the ports. Try to get as much of it out as I can. Just finish scraping the rest of these gasket thingies out, whatever's left here. And then it looks good, and then I'm going to start working on the EGR. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. I might, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to get I can't really even fit a brush in there, man. It doesn't look too bad, but I'll just get like a screwdriver and scrape it, I guess, and then blow it out with the air gun. I wish I had a vacuum with me right now, but I don't want to get my vacuum all carboned up, right? It's disgusting, man, I'm telling you, it's horrible. So that's the plan. Scrape this off, clean this up a little, clean the EGR out, take the EGR out back there, clean out the other side from the other end. I guess we'll have to replace the gasket. Hopefully I have the gasket in there somewhere. Put that back on, and then this intake manifold will be ready to rock and roll, pretty much. And then I'm going to start rolling out the head after this. HadesOmega out.